Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a mi canal nuevamente. Hoy está con nosotros una excelente actriz nacida en Texas, cuyo trabajo incluye teatro, cine, doblaje, videojuegos y televisión. Recientemente interpretó a la icónica Jill Valentine en Resident Evil 3 Remake y también las voces de Elena y Daniela Dimitrescu en el nuevo Resident Evil Village. Así que let me introduce to you one of the greatest actresses and one of my favorite. She's the one and only Nicole Tompkins. Welcome.
Goodness, thank you so much. Quite the introduction, truly.
Long introduction. Yeah, you have a quite career, and it's amazing. I mean, you have done, besides obviously Resident Evil, you have done a lot of great films and TV shows, and obviously other video games.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've always had a passion for acting even before it was a career. So I started doing musicals and theater as a kid. And then I was acting a little bit in Texas, which is where I'm from. And then about 10 years ago, I moved to Los Angeles just for the summer, but I've been here ever since. And began pursuing it professionally as a career. And it is one of the most exciting, rewarding, challenging, unique careers I could have ever possibly imagined, and I'm loving every step of the way. I have so many respect. I have so much respect for so many different actors in like a variety of kind of genres too, because you've got people that do mostly film and TV and video games. Actually, when I did Shadow of War, which was my first video game, I had the true pleasure of working with Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham and Troy Baker, and they're like such a power trio in the video game world for sure. And Troy was directing, and I learned so much from them and so much about like what it meant to be on a mocap stage that they to this day still super inspire me in their work. JB Blanc was also a huge influence on that job and still is to this day, an actor that I love and adore. And then as far as just like theatrically, I mean, there's so many actors. You gotta throw it to Meryl Streep, Michelle Williams, Kate,
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton, you know, just some of those amazing ladies. There's an endless number of actors that I adore. I never pick favorites, so that's such a hard question for me because I'm like, well, in this movie, this person, and in this one.
Yeah, I know. It's like the same thing for me. You know, I'm a musician, by the way.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's like, who's your favorite artist? You're like, well,
Yeah.
this person inspires me in this way, and I love listening to this when I'm in this mood. You know.
Exactly. And the more you are in the field, it's like you get more influenced by many musicians in my case. So it's kind of like hard to pick your favorites. You know.
It's true because you also end up working with people too. So then you start to just have like you know, they become peers in some ways. So you have like such tremendous respect and you get inspired by everyone that you work with at some level, or hopefully you do. That's always the dream, is working on projects with people that make you better.
We know also that you are an excellent photographer. When did you start doing, you know, the photography thing?
I've always just been a lover of light and a total shutterbug. I just love taking my camera with me. I love taking pictures of friends. And then I started like taking headshots for other actors and then doing other portrait photography. I definitely like taking pictures of people a lot. I do some like landscapes and stuff like that when I travel because I love to travel. But yeah, it's mostly been just like pictures of people and then kind of adventuring, taking, you know, pictures of, you know, me being in interesting places and just capturing those memories. It's kind of all part of the art form, right? Just seeing how light kind of bounces off of the things around you and creates a story. That's kind of all we're doing all the time, isn't it?
How did you get the role of Jill Valentine on Resident Evil 3 Remake?
Yes, so I got this audition that had a code name and character art, and I looked at that character art and I was like, wait a second. and I showed it to a friend of mine who I was like, all right, on the secret, like, take a look at this. What do you think? And we both were like, that's Jill Valentine. That's definitely Jill Valentine. And so, I just kind of prepared to go into this audition. I did a couple tapes for it. And apparently, was in the direction that they wanted to be, because I went in for a series of callbacks with chemistry reads where I met Neil Newbon and Jeff Shine, who play Carlos and Nikolai. And we read together at those callbacks, and I just really hit it off with the director Steve Kniebly and the producing team, and I think we just had a really aligned vision for what Miss Valentine was gonna look like and show up as in this iteration of her story.
Not again.
It's me he's after.
Hey.
I'll buy you some time.
Hey, wait! Wait, Jill! No!
For all the people that don't know what mocap is, can you explain to our viewers what is this all about, and how was your experience process doing mocap for Resident Evil 3 Remake?
Yeah, mocap is motion capture, or performance capture is the other thing that you'll hear, because they're also capturing our facial performance. And it's essentially the process in which the game devs and companies capture live actors doing cinematics for these video games, or any other part that they might need. And so we get in these ridiculous wetsuits with all of these markers, they're little glowy silver balls all over, and we get face paint with all these little dots all over our face, and we wear this crazy helmet with a camera that sits about that far from your face, that captures your face in the most flattering wide angle you could ever imagine your face should be captured in. And yeah, we have a director, and it kind of runs like a film set or a theater or anything else. We just have this really unique way of capturing what's happening, because the camera can be put anywhere, which is so unique, and something that definitely makes motion capture stand out. So for Resident Evil 3, it was amazing. We got to do most of our motion capture in Japan. And I love visiting Japan. I was so to get to go there multiple times. And so it was just like a wild adventure, we were just working hard every day, and it's hard work, but when your work is so fun, it doesn't feel like work. So we showed up and, played and tried to make the best thing that we could with all the tools that we had. And I was surrounded by just brilliantly amazing, talented artists. And I mean, it was a dream.
Right, let's do this. Stop it!
You're gonna crap out on me now?
God damn it.
Interest. You've done me a big favor, miss.
For all the scenes that you made on Resident on RE3, which was the hardest one to make that you can remember?
I think there was definitely some challenges that came with, I mean, she gets thrown around a lot in that game. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
So there was definitely some really unique challenges in that I had a stunt double for a few of the moments that couldn't be done with a facial camera because it would be too dangerous, wire work and that sort of stuff. You can't do it with a face cam on. So like trying to connect all of the actions of like, all right, when, the person gets thrown here on the wires and then she falls and now it's me again and I'm like face acting the whole time, and then all right, now I'm on the ground and I have to do this roll, which is very cool. But so I think most of the challenges came from just like the scenes that did have to be cut up for technical purposes, because motion capture can be incredibly technical and there's always really unique specific requirements. Like at the end of each cutscene, I have to land back in this exact position because that's how they're going to fluidly transition it back to gameplay, because that's Jill's stance, idle stance. So like hitting the idle stance at the beginning and end of scenes to try and make the transitions that much smoother for the people that then make the game actually look like magic.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you relate Jill's personality with yours?
I mean, I would love to say that I have some of the qualities that Jill has. I would at least love to take on some of her bravery, because man, is she ever brave. I really respect her resilience and her ability to just keep getting back up. And one thing I kind of enjoyed about this version of her is we got to add a little bit of humor, a little bit of sass, a little bit of frustration, and I think that added to the overall kind of naturalism for this grittier version of her encounter with Nemesis.
After RE3 was released to the market and the huge impact that this video game made through the world, do you think that this game have changed your life?
Oh, undoubtedly. I mean, I never thought that I would be connecting with so many people from all over the world digitally. I've had a lot of fun streaming the games online. I've been streaming on Twitch and interacting with fans of Resident Evil, but also other games. And, I have a Discord community and the people that all get together and talk to each other. It's been so life-changing to just really connect with so many people, especially because Resident Evil 3 came out the year that we had a global pandemic.
Exactly.
And which is, a crazy, hopefully once in a lifetime experience. And so it was just a really special kind of series of events, because I really got to connect with people when I think we all needed it. All digitally, all over the internet. So I'm hoping as things open back up that I'll get to meet more wonderful, beautiful faces in person and go to some cons and just be excited to give some real hugs eventually.
Yeah.
As the midnight moon rises on black wings, we await the light at the end. In life and in death, glory to Mother Miranda.
it your whining. We're almost there.
Rose, where are you?
Hello. If there are any survivors out there, come to Louisa's house near the fields.
Oh no, they're coming. Who is? What the hell was that? Stop shouting. You'll draw the monsters. Tell me, what is going on around here?
It doesn't make any sense. Mother Miranda has always protected us.
You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
Is this all that's left? From your entire village?
All that's left? There is no one left!
We can bust out with this.
Lycans and gentlemen, we thank you for waiting. And now let the games begin! There is no safe! Every sorry bastard out there has been ripped in half. Tomorrow we'll all be dead.
No, let me go!
Chris? What the hell? Why?
Ethan Winters.
Winters, Mr. Winters. Ethan Winters.
Poor Ethan.
Ethan Winters. Welcome.
What was your reaction when you get the call from Capcom to make Resident Evil Village once again?
I was definitely surprised. I got to talk with the director, Steve Kniebley, who actually did the motion capture direction for Resident Evil 3. He also did all of the performance capture direction for Resident Evil Village. And so I think I spoke with him pretty early on. And he was like, yeah, I have this, there's this small role. Her name's Elena. I was like, great. And they want you to come play. I was like, amazing. That's so fun. I'm honored that yes. Oh my gosh. I was so excited. Just one, to get to work with the team again, and two, that they would think of me and want me back. So that was really exciting. And then Daniela kind of got added. I just feel like it was the most random phone call. I didn't really know too much about it. They were like, oh, there's this other character, Daniela. She's a witch. She has sisters. Okay, thanks, bye. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And we really figured out more about what those characters were going to look like and how they were going to interact with each other once we got on set. So there was a lot of changing and quick information intake as we kind of like established, where they sort of fit into the puzzle.
And how was your experience working with the other girls?
So much fun. I had the joy of working with Becca Pruitt and Jeanette Moss and Maggie Robertson, who plays Lucy. And they are each in their own right just so lovely. And we really created a family, it was really fun. And we connected, and now I'm super, super good friends with Maggie, and I'm in touch with Becca, and we very, very sadly lost Jeanette before the game came out. Which was super heartbreaking, but we feel really good because we feel like her work shines through and her light shines through, and so grateful that we have this little small piece of her in Village forever, and that's one of the joys of being an artist.
So it has been a tremendous honor for me making this interview and meeting you, because I really admire your work in Resident Evil 3 and Village also. It's amazing. You are the best Jill ever.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that.
All right, Nicole, it has been an honor, and we keep in touch, okay?
Thank you so much. This has been just a delight. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.
You too. All right. Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.